Good afternoon, everybody, and greetings to all of you. I'm going to spend a little time talking about fraud awareness. It's contextual because of the fact that we're celebrating an international week around fraud awareness. All of us work in a bank. Many of you have been bankers for many, many years. But when we look at bank as a word, the inherent meaning of bank is custodian of trust. And when you are custodians of trust, which is customers' trust, it's important for us to make sure that every single risk that can erode customers' confidence has to be protected against. Fraud risk, along with things like cybersecurity risks, are becoming very, very important because the way fraud risks are spreading now and spreading systemically, and the new kind of fraud risks that are getting generated every single day, every single minute, and with the advent of things like AI, image, voice spoofing, it becomes extremely important for all of us to be aware of every single fraud risk that can originate and that can impact the bank in a negative way. As a bank, we've made a lot of strides in terms of fighting fraud risk, whether it is the mule risk, whether it is application fraud risks that we encounter at the time that we lend money to customers, whether it is fraud and risks that happen during our processes like collection process and many other processes. At the central level, the businesses have worked with the RCU team, with the BIU team in building significantly scalable, sharper models to be able to fight, to be able to actually identify some of these frauds very early and be able to curtail them. The reason that I want to emphasize today, or the point that I really want to emphasize to all of you today, is that while there is a central team which is working very, very hard in putting together this fraud prevention models, it's very important for all of you as employees to be aware of the various risks that come through, specifically the fraud risks. So my message to all of you is very simple and clear. As you go about doing your business, right, whether you are working in sales, whether you're working in product teams, whether you're working in the collections team, whether you're working within the RCU team, it's very important to be self-aware, self-educated, to know the kind of risks and the kind of new risks that are coming through. And once you kind of identify or see patterns of new fraud risks that are coming through, it's very important for all of you, right? Whether you are a sales manager in Kanpur or whether you are an ops manager sitting in Ludhiana, to be able to bubble this up for the central team to start identifying it and start building models that can prevent that from happening. While we keep building these models centrally, I think the real key message is that it's important for all of us as employees who are custodians of our customers' trust to be very, very acutely aware of any kind of fraud risk that is coming through in the ecosystem. Because the moment you are aware, right, you will identify a new risk that is coming through and be able to act on it, be able to speak about it in a central forum for us to create systemic process to be able to curb it. So the message to all of you is very clear. Be aware, be very guarded, because at the end of the day, you're custodians. We are all custodians of our customers' trust. And on trust is what we build a world-class bank. Thank you.